Welcome to the fascinating journey through the ages and the story of St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands. This island teems with a rich and diversified history that spans millennia, from the pre-Columbus era to the vibrant present day. Follow us back in time as we explore the intriguing past of this beautiful island. The story of St. Croix starts around 3,200 years ago with the arrival of the Siboney people, the first inhabitants of the island. These early settlers were followed by the Tainos, a peaceful and skilled group known for their intricate craftsmanship. Both the Siboney and the Tainos lived harmoniously on this precious land, exploiting the island's abundant resources for sustenance and honing their skills in fishing, weaving, and other crafts. Their tenure on St. Croix remained unchallenged until the arrival of Christopher Columbus in 1493. Christopher Columbus was the first European to set foot on the island. His arrival was a turning point in the island's history, forever altering the way of life of the indigenous inhabitants. Columbus claimed the island for Spain and named it Santa Cruz, but the Spanish never established a permanent settlement here. However, their fleeting presence left a lasting impact, especially in the introduction of European diseases that decimated a significant portion of the Taino population. In 1625, the English and French settlers arrived on St. Croix, establishing settlements and starting plantations. Each successive colonial power brought with them their own customs and ways of life, which later evolved into a unique island culture. However, life on St. Croix in the early colonial period wasn't always easy. The island was prone to piracy, a constant threat to the fragile order that these early settlers were trying to forge. Danish control of St. Croix began in 1733 when the Danish West India and Guinea Company established their presence on the island. For nearly 2 centuries, they controlled all aspects of life on the island, shaping much of what St. Croix is today. The most enduring legacy of the Danish colonial period is the impressive architecture displayed throughout Christiansted and Frederiksted. The latter half of the 18th century and the beginning of the 19th century brought about significant changes in the economy of St. Croix. With the decline of the sugar industry, the island turned its focus to the production of rum, a potent and profitable market for the island economy. St. Croix became known for its high-quality rum, a global leader in a market that it still dominates today. Slavery played a significant role in the history of St. Croix during the Danish colonial period. The harsh and unforgiving labor conditions endured by the enslaved Africans fueled numerous revolts, the most notable of which was the 1848 Fireburn Uprising. This event, combined with the growing abolitionist movement, led to the end of slavery on St. Croix on Independence Day, July 3, 1848. The United States of America purchased St. Croix, along with the other 2 islands of the U.S. Virgin Islands, from Denmark in 1917. This marked a new phase in the island's history, introducing American influence to the island's culture and infrastructure. The islands became a part of U.S. territorial possessions, granting the inhabitants U.S. citizenship in 1927. During the 20th century, St. Croix saw rapid developments, especially during the Second World War, when the United States built several military installations on the island. These installations not only played a crucial role during the war but also left a lasting economic impact on the island. However, the most significant change came with the rise of tourism, which reshaped St. Croix into a cultural and historical hotspot. The 20th century also saw significant social and political movements that continue to shape the island's cultural landscape. The civil rights movement, which fought for equality and social justice, found resonance on St. Croix. The movement's positive impacts can be seen in the increased empowerment and visibility of marginalized communities in the island's political and social spheres. To this day, St. Croix continues to evolve, embracing its rich history while looking to the future. From its indigenous origins to its colonial past, from its struggles to its triumphs, St. Croix is a testament to the resilience and strength of its people. Join us as we delve deeper into the island, unearthing its untold stories and hidden treasures. The indigenous roots of St. Croix are as deep as its breathtaking landscapes. The very first inhabitants of the island are believed to have arrived around 2000 BC. These early settlers are known to archaeologists as the Siboney people, and they lived on the island for centuries, surviving off its rich resources and creating a unique culture that was entirely their own. The Siboney people thrived in many ways, primarily due to their mastery of peaceful coexistence with the island's flora and fauna. They were skillful fishermen, capable of bringing in large catches from the surrounding sea. Along with fishing, they also practiced agriculture, growing various crops in small plots across the island. This allowed them to live in a bountiful land, filled with not just fruits and vegetables, but also an abundance of animal life. The Siboney were not the only inhabitants in these early times. Around 1000 AD, the Taino people arrived, with a more advanced society and a more intricate way of life. They were highly skilled craftsmen, creating pottery, tools, and carvings out of stone, bone, and wood that have been found by archaeologists throughout the island. Among their most prized possessions were the small, detailed designs they carved into semi-precious stones such as jade and amethyst. The Taino also had a rich cultural tradition, which included complex social structures, religious rituals, and specialized roles for its members. This made their society much more organized and robust compared to the earlier inhabitants. The Taino heritage remains an integral part of St. Croix's identity, with many place names and cultural practices stemming from this period. The arrival of Christopher Columbus in 1493 changed the course of St. Croix's history dramatically. The Spanish cartographer and explorer first set eyes on St. Croix during his second voyage to the Americas and landed on the island, which he named Santa Cruz, on November 14. Believing he had found a group of islands belonging to China, Columbus claimed the land for Spain. Despite Columbus' declaration, the Spanish never officially established a settlement on the island. Instead, they occupied it sporadically, living off the resources the island offered while building fortifications to protect their access to the salt ponds, which were essential to their salting operations on the nearby island of Hispaniola. These salt ponds, also known as the Carambola salt pans, are still a part of the island's landscape. The Christiansted National Historic Site preserves buildings from the Danish colonial era as well as the remains of Fort Christiansvarn, which was originally built to protect the town and the island's main economic activity, a sugar mill. The site also includes a distinctive masonry models of the structures, interpretative exhibits, and an archaeological library. The Christiansted Historic District is dotted with enthralling buildings from the 18th century. One of them is Fort Christiansvarn, a well-kept yellow fort constructed of Danish bricks, iron cannons, and limestones. In the early 17th century, between the arrival of the Spanish and the firm establishment of the Danish, St. Croix was a frequent target for English and French privateers who had come to the Caribbean following the fall of the Spanish Armada. These raids created a climate of volatility that the early settlers had to live with. The Danish West India Company officially claimed St. Croix in 1733 and brought in slaves from Africa to work on the sugarcane plantations they established. As a result, today, St. Croix is also known for its African heritage, which has significantly influenced local language, music, cuisine, and religious activities. The booming sugarcane industry of the 18th century was fundamental for the economy of St. Croix. The island became a prominent producer of a variety of sugar and, subsequently, rum. Entire towns, such as Christiansted and Frederiksted, were built around the sugar industry, with sturdy warehouses and elegant merchant homes lining the streets to this day. The abolition of slavery on St. Croix in 1848 marked an important turning point in the island's history. The long overdue freedom from oppression gave birth to a new era characterized by prosperity, self-reliance, and the formation of a unique cultural identity. In 1917, the islands of St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John were bought by the United States from Denmark, the Danish West Indies becoming the United States Virgin Islands. This transaction was the result of strategic interests during World War I and, almost overnight, changed the future of the islands, most significantly in the development of an infrastructure driven by the United States. The second half of the 20th century brought significant social and political changes. The islands became fully integrated into the American system, and many improvements were made to infrastructure, education, healthcare, and commerce. The result of these changes has shaped the islands economically and socially. Today, St. Croix is a beautiful blend of its multicultural past. Despite all the changes that the island has seen, fragments of yesteryears such as ancient petroglyphs, impressive colonial architecture, and ruins of old plantations continue to narrate the dramatic saga of a small island that has surmounted numerous odds to emerge as a picturesque, proud territory of the United States. Join us in our journey through time in St. Croix. From its indigenous roots to modern-day St. Croix, together let's witness the evolution of this tiny island which has endured, remained resilient, and through the ages, risen like a phoenix from the ashes, every time it was ravaged by adversities. While St. Croix has certainly seen its fair share of upheavals, it has managed to rise above its troubled past and become a beacon of hope for other small islands. Its breathtaking scenery, vibrant culture, and rich history make it a uniquely fulfilling destination for visitors to explore and learn from. St. Croix's strong ties to its past have played a vital role in shaping the direction of its future. By honoring and preserving the island's history, the people of St. Croix are weaving a narrative that is inclusive, progressive, and proudly reflects the resilience of its people. This dedication to creating a future steeped in the legacy of its past sets it on a trajectory towards growth and sustainability. The island's evolution closely parallels that of the socio-economic changes in the Caribbean and the wider Atlantic world. By understanding the unique characteristics of St. Croix's history, we can expand our view of the larger historical narrative that connects individuals and societies globally. These connections also open up the possibility of a more dynamic future, populated by culturally rich, interconnected communities. St. Croix's future could be bright, provided it continues to emphasize the preservation of its unique heritage, the protection of its pristine natural landscapes, and the support of its local communities. With sustainable tourism practices, balanced economic growth, and an inclusive policy framework, the island is poised for a new chapter in staying true to its roots while embracing what the future has to offer. As we bring our journey to a close, it's evident that St. Croix's history has been a long, rich, and tumultuous one. But through it all, the people of this island have persevered, holding on to their culture, their strength, and their unwavering spirit. This is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, to the ability of communities to come together in the face of challenges, and to the power of history to shape our understanding of who we are, and who we may become. But the story of St. Croix is far from over. As it continues to grow and evolve, the stories that make up its history will continue to be written. And we can't wait to see what the future holds for this small but mighty island and its people. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey through the historical, cultural, and natural wonders of St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands. May the stories and experiences of this journey inspire us all to explore more, understand better, and appreciate the diverse tapestry of human history and the environments we inhabit.